You are now watching the ODTV.
That's what I be saying about Wilder. Like, he's allowed to do shit that other people's not allowed to do. That's because the WBC make a lot of money with Al Heyman, and they give his champions provisions that they don't give to other people. That's just what they do. Like Luis Ortiz still being ranked number 5 on the WBC.
Yeah.
That's madness.
Is it 5?
Yeah, 5. After the loss, after the knockout loss, number 5. That's madness. That's madness. Then you throw Andy Ruiz in the top 10. I'm not against that, but I'm just saying, damn, he wasn't even fighting under the WBC. It's a lot of weight on Joshua's name. You beat that guy and then lose to that guy, and you get number 7, top 10 WBC. You wasn't even in the top 25 before that. I'm not trying to talk shit, but here's my problem. Dillian White's number 1. He been number 1 for years now. How did Dominic Breazeale go from number 8 to mandatory? Oh, because Deontay Wilder and his brother did some uncouth shit in the lobby, and it was on camera, and he was going to take them to criminal court, and the only way that he could get it off was for them to give him a title shot. Okay, I understand. But that's a provision. That should have been Deontay Wilder's problem. He should have told his brother not to fuck his name up, because Marcellus had already fucked his name up. He done got knocked out twice in 4 fights.
Who got knocked out?
Wilder's brother, Marcellus. Two nasty Jones.
Who yet?
I think light heavyweight.
Light heavy?
I think he 2 divisions below Wilder, yeah.
I gotta go watch some of them fights. I ain't know that.
His name Marcellus. Marcellus Wilder.
And he getting knocked out.
Twice. So far, he ain't had 5 fights. He done hit the canvas twice. Nasty.
Fuck with the Wilder name already.
Yep, and it's funny when you see him get knocked out. Just remember, Wilder kind of told on accident. Well, no, Breazeale told. I ain't gonna put that on Wilder. Breazeale told, and then Wilder told his rendition of what happened, which would have got him in trouble in court any day of the week. But Marcellus was the one who threw the punch. It wasn't Deontay. Deontay followed up. He could say he didn't, and it might have been a push and not a punch, but he put hands on him second. Marcellus is vicious. He's a young dickhead, and it serves him right. You gonna say that once you see him get knocked out twice. He talked too much shit. He punched Dominic Breazeale in the back of the head while the nigga was walking through a hotel lobby with his wife and his 2 kids.
Oh, we thought that was funny.
That's not cool, man.
The kids.
That wasn't right. His son and his daughter, and you punched him in the back of the head while he had his arms locked with his wife. You fucking nut. That's why they gave him a title shot, because them niggas was going to go to jail. It was all on camera. It was all on camera. All of it.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man.
That shit had me crying. I'm like, you got to control your little brother sometimes, or at least try.
They pieces of trash for that, though, with his kids. You got to let some things go, bro.
Or you could have waited. You could have just waited a little bit, yo.
Y'all could have camped out, had some hot dogs, nigga.
And then my problem with it is you don't do that shit to everybody.
Wait till my nigga had shower shoes on.
Exactly what he did. My man in a full suit, coming from dinner. You should hear Dominic Breazeale, the embarrassment, and I can't blame you. You with your kids, and you got rolled on.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
You got rolled on. Then Deontay say, what? What? With your kids? He said, first of all, that wasn't my brother. That was somebody in their entourage. I don't know his name. Of course he said that. But then he was like, but the camera show everything. But this nigga, then he was like, that ain't what happened. But then he told on his brother, like I said the first time, because he said Marcelo was hitting face to face. And dropped him. He said, your kids was next to us. We was keeping your kids safe. I was like, yo, Shelly, take the mic. Shelly, take the mic. This is incrimination, Shelly.
Yeah.
And then when I found out, I'm like, yo, this is not good, Wilder. You shouldn't say these things that you had his kids. That's a bad way to put anything.
That's a bad little period. You gotta be quiet sometimes, right?
Absolutely. He said the kids was right next to us. We was keeping your kids safe. All the judge got to do is play that YouTube clip of
I'm
you
looking
saying
at
it.
in the auditorium, dog. You said that it was looking to me. It's like,
All the
that's
judge
crazy.
got to say after watching that is, Mr. and Mrs. Brazil, did you give Mr. Wilder permission to keep your kids safe? And when they say, no, we did not, kidnapping, you're guilty, self-omitted. It's like, what can you do? Shelly, y'all don't care nothing about that boy, and that's what make me hurt the most. Wilder, you believe in white folks around you, love you. Because that nigga hug you when you sweaty after a fight? You just made him a bag. You just made him, think about it, you just made him a big bag. He loved that money you give him. He was Klitschko's, what's the name, manager too. And y'all two never fought. Y'all two never bumped heads.
Who?
Klitschko, Shelly Finkel. So the whole time Deontay Wilder was around, he had the same exact manager as Vladimir Klitschko and never fought him. They sparred together. Mm-hmm. Money Green, I keep telling people. Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder's manager. He had a couple managers, but Lou DiBella, who was telling the lies and shit, Lou DiBella got pushed away from the situation because he talked too much. He went on the Boxing Voice and told a blatant lie. He said that Joshua could have took the $50 million because he wasn't under contract with Eddie Hearn. Come on, dog. He ain't never been under contract with nobody else. Eddie Hearn been his promoter since Joshua been making money. Lou DiBella, he shouldn't have told that lie. He went on. He just shouldn't have said that. That just made all y'all seem bad. And he kind of away from the situation. He still got money in Wilder's his hand in Wilder's pocket, but he just don't be with Wilder. Shelly Finkel is the main handler. Al Heyman is the quote-unquote advisor, but he's really the promoter. It's his company that promotes Wilder, Tank Davis, the Charlos, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Earl Spence, Manny Pacquiao now. He used to be with ESPN.
All he got to do is use Floyd freaking name.
Yep.
This guy.
Yep. Just like Wilder used Joshua. Same concept. When that's the biggest draw in your division, y'all always talk about him. That's the game now, because it worked with every
game.
I mean, it could be if he plan on fighting. It could be right, but I just don't. I can't. Like I said, niggas could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
So turning down that type of money, anything short of having to sell your soul or step below your line of pride, shit, you should be down for that, bro. That's too much money. I'm sorry. You can't just throw a whole bunch of money at me. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Imagine a prostitute saying that. You can't just throw a whole bunch of money at me. She at work. They thought that's what you wanted.
But they mean it, though. It feel me like they do. That's the problem.
That's why I say a company, man. Because PBC, of course, they don't want to do it. He lose the belt, they lose that belt, they lose that power. But I don't know.
I like him doing this thing, man.
Nah, I don't think
I think he be doing a lot of stupid stuff. That's just how I
just don't think he want to fight Joshua.
I don't think. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't think. I think he's playing around though. Like it's more like that's more.
I just don't see why. He was so hype about unifying with Andy Ruiz. You and him did a press conference together. Y'all both wore all black. Y'all was laughing and shaking hands and shit. Deontay, what's wrong with you, man? What's some real shit? What's your problem? What's your issue? Like, is you that jealous? I understand you being jealous if you play in the NFL and you're a running back. I understand disliking Zeke some. Or saying, damn, that motherfucker nasty. Niggas said the same thing about Barry Sanders every year, I'm sure. God damn, that motherfucker number 20, Sanders? I'm sure you hated hearing your coach talk about the greatness of Barry Sanders before y'all play him and how if y'all don't stop him, y'all won't win the game. Even though the Lions be terrible with Barry Sanders. And that's still what your coach preached. I know niggas get tired of hearing about that. I sat there and watched the video, of Deontay Wilder when Luis Ortiz beat him up for that round. They went to their corner. His trainer, JD, said, Anthony Joshua had his moment. This is your moment. His trainer, this is how much he think about fucking Anthony Joshua and what that man has going on for him in his life. That his trainer used Joshua and what he did against Klitschko as motivation for you to get your head back in the fight where you knew you lose a round, and your trainer's telling you you lost that round by telling you to muster up some motherfucking guts and get your head back into the fight. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to either hate or congratulate. Tyson Fury, what did you just say? I would love to have Anthony Joshua and Kemp. I hope you're really serious because I'd love to have you here. What did Tyson Fury's promoter say? That's bullshit. What did the black dudes in the UK that love Joshua that works for Sky Sports say? That's bullshit. Joshua shouldn't go over there and show Fury what he do.
Yeah, that's all ridiculous.
Joshua don't give a fuck about that. If you're a better man than me on the night me and you fight, so be it. But I'm not running for you. He said, I never came to take part. I came to take over. He always said that. He said, who else fight for titles in a 16 fight in the heavyweight division? He broke the mold. That's why Usyk is trying to do everything he can do to get a belt. Now, we're going to find out what type of man Usyk is. Are you going to press for them to strip Anthony Joshua so you can get the belt and fight somebody else? Because you said, Usyk, you would love that fight. You welcome that fight. You ain't running from Joshua. You down to fighting. So if that's the case, tell him you don't want him to be stripped. You just a mandatory. Let him handle his mandatory. Me, then Pulev, or Pulev, then me. If you a stand-up nigga, he'll sign that contract now. He don't have that juice with Pulev. You and him work for the same people. Pulev worked for ESPN. So he can't just sit down with Pulev or call him up and be like, yo, what's up, my dude? Let's do it like this. He probably going to have to fight him first because Pulev is going to push for it. Because if he can get that belt, he can go whatever way he want to go. But if Usyk can just sit down for a minute and wait, or if Pulev can sit down for a minute, I'll promise you he'll fight both of you back to back. And I know for a fact at least one of y'all get knocked the fuck out. Because he's getting a lot of shit about not knocking Andy Ruiz out. So I know he's going to stretch one of y'all, if not both of y'all.
He want to knock out that bad.
He get it. He get him though. He get him though. Only three people. Only 3 times he went the distance. But he got 20. He got 20 something fights, and he got like 20 knockouts. 23 fights and 20 knockouts. So he knocks him out. We know that much.
He gonna get somebody.
He gonna get Pulev. Pulev old. I'll be the first one to say. Usyk might get knocked out too, because I want to see what Usyk do to his body. If I was Usyk, I would be fine with taking a second fight, because that gives me a chance to fight somebody else right now, like a Derek Chisora or Joseph Parker, who are both signed to the same company I am, DAZN. I could fight one of them while I wait. I could put on some weight and then go into a full training camp for Joshua. So I can get a tune-up fight with a better fight than I fought the first time. My first heavyweight fight. My second heavyweight fight, I just think Usyk should go that route. Eddie Hearn shouldn't try to coax him into that route, because then he might feel used or something. But just telling you, that's an option. Why don't you get in there with a Joseph Parker, a Chisora, and then Joshua see you right after Pulev? If Usyk was down for that, that'd just be perfect. And Wilder get his 2 fights against Fury. But that's what
I see in the future anyway. That's going to happen.
I know. Because Eddie Hearn going to pay them niggas that step aside money.
Joshua going to hype up 2 whack fights. I mean, Wilder.
I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to lose. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
If it's one person who can beat Deontay Wilder lasting 12 rounds, it's Tyson Fury. I seen it, and he's going to be faster. I promise you that. Fury will be faster.
Yeah, he's going
to be faster. For me, after the 2 mandatories, you got Ruiz. Again, you and Ruiz can definitely have a 3, but that should be after Wilder or Fury, whoever win those 2 fights. You got only way Dillian White is on the list for a rematch is if he beat one of them niggas. Only way he on the list. You got
Parker on the outs right now. Who he rank?
Who?
Parker.
Parker under what? The WBC?
Yeah, where he ranked?
Under, well, they get all different bodies, sanctioning bodies. Under Wilder, John, I think he top 10, I believe. On BoxRec, I think Joseph Parker is like number 12 or something. No, that's Michael Hunter. He might be number. Yeah, he in the top 15. I know on BoxRec. On WBC, he ranked on all the belts. I believe he top 10 on all of them.
He be getting fucked up too.
Yeah, Dillian White killed me. Mangled that man. I would love to see Parker Usyk. I want to see that fight.
That's what I want to see. See, here you go.
I would love to see that
there
fight.
You go.
I would love it.
That would have been a good fight. I want to see Usyk. Gotta, you know. But they talk too much drill about him, man. Next fight, we gonna see he gonna get knocked out by Joshua. I don't want to see it, man.
He can box, though. That's the whole thing about it.
He can box a little bit.
Lomachenko gym.
Yeah, he can box a little bit.
Joshua changed the game, man. Them niggas seen Anthony Joshua and what he did in boxing, and they came in and said, watch this shit. Usyk unified the division in what, 16 fights? Unified the division. Had all the belts. Only one champion is Usyk. And then he moved up to heavyweight. Yo, you can't knock a nigga for that. No. Deontay Wilder. Why would you offer it to Deontay Wilder? Ain't no money behind him. Well, if he fights Anthony Joshua, there's a lot of money behind him. So if you can connect yourself and make him a franchise champion, your hand is in that pot too.
What you say?
I said they offered it to Wilder, franchise champion. And people will be like, well, they offered it to Canelo because there's money behind him. They offered it to Lomachenko because he make a couple dollars and he at ESPN, he one of the top draws. Why they offered it to Wilder then? They offered it to Wilder because he's connected to the division that Anthony Joshua's in. Everybody want a dollar in that race because it's a lot of money to be made if you were part of those events.
Yeah.
So this is why they offered it to Wilder. Wilder don't have to deal with the mandatories. He wouldn't get that belt up because that's how he gonna secure his Joshua fight. But he played with fire, and now he might get burnt because Tyson Fury is not gonna come in and play with you. He just sent you a message calling you all types of pussies and shit. He said you a fucking he not doing the shit he did the first time to help sell that fight. He not lying with you on Anthony Joshua. He actually asking this man to come to camp with him.
It's a different strategy, yeah.
I'm just saying, he made enough money with the $80 million contract from ESPN for X amount of fights that he ain't playing that game. He don't need to play that game with them no more. His money's guaranteed. Now all it is a negotiation between them on how they split the money that the fight make. ESPN has already guaranteed Tyson that he will be paid for his next X amount of fights. They gave him $80 million. And what could Wilder have made? He could have made $80 million in 2 fights. And some. And Eddie Hearn is the devil. Eddie Hearn is the bad guy. You need to check them niggas you work for, boy. You need to check them.
Yeah, them niggas is weak.
That's crazy, man. That's insanity.